Force will be our reporter from the sideline. It'll be the Cavaliers off the tip. Knocks it loose. And here's Garland. And there's the drive. Banked it in off the glass. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back and fourth action in this one.
As quick as anyone in the league, RJ. De'Aaron Fox. How does his speed affect the game?
Well, he's one of those players that normally you have one or the other, but he's quick and fast. Now, that's a mean combination because in the open court, he can break you down. In the half court, he has the quick left to right lateral movement that can cause problems in pick and roll. One of the fastest guys in the league. For Fox, it's about using his blinding quickness to his advantage on both ends of the floor.
Here's Wembanyama. Out of bounds. It'll be Cavaliers ball. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you're Allen, just about 7 feet, dunking comes easy.
Outside Barnes. And now just over a minute played here in the first. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
It's Barnes on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. From deep, Mitchell. Rebound by San Antonio. Here's Castle. And he jams it home with authority.
Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. You know, I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years.
Outside Garland. Pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. RJ, the Cavs breaking ground on a new practice facility set to open in 2027.
Situated on the Cuyahoga River, it will be 4 times larger than the existing one. And let me tell you this, the existing one was state-of-the-art, and it continues to rejuvenate what we're seeing in downtown Cleveland. Shout out to the Cavaliers.
Now here's Mitchell. Driving to the basket. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Here's Mitchell. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. San Antonio trailing here. And Allie LaForce spoke with Kenny Atkinson. Allie?
We talked about his matchup against the highly touted Victor Wembanyama, and Coach told me Victor's combination of speed and size creates a lot of problems on both ends of the floor, so we've got to play a physical brand of basketball to just keep him out of rhythm. It'll be interesting to see how that affects him. B.A.?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Allen. Rebound by San Antonio. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Vassell's shot is good.
Ooh, this is how confident of a scorer Vassell has become, taking on all comers.
Here's Mobley. And that time also a missed shot. Spurs lead by 3. Fox outside. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. The kick out to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. Sohan. And he gets that one.
So good at keeping his balance through contact. Sohan showing some poise right there.
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
Now here's Paul. Launches it. Sends it home from three-point land.
You can't let Paul get room to shoot from downtown. That's a recipe for disaster.
That one goes in.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Pass to Champagny. Here's Mamukelashvili. .29 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Champagny. Hunter with some nice D. Here's Mitchell. On the wing, Strus. Pass to Mobley. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Here's Champagny. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Spurs up by... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity. I just love when teams make it work down low.
Cavaliers trail by 6. Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright.
From deep three-point range. A shot by Merrill, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, "Baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift." Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. San Antonio leading by 5. Pass to Barnes. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. And here comes Cleveland. Inside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And Cleveland making a change here. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, the body control and balance from Wemby.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here. Switch.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Hunter. Clock at 6. Garland for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Leading by 5. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
These are his first free throws of the game. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years, a big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
And the basket is good. Barnes has got 7 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Jerome. Rebound San Antonio.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Cavaliers trail by 5. Pass to Hunter. Mobley, left side. Down low. Strus. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Vassell. To the paint. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And here are the Cavaliers now. Now here's Strus. And Mobley gets it to go. He's got 6.
The nice touch from the interior. Mobley looks very comfortable shooting from there.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Richard, the first winner of the NBA Clutch Player of the Year, De'Aaron Fox.
And he's great late in games because he's so quick. You got to give him space. But he's improved his outside shot, so you can't just lay off of him. Makes him a little tough to guard, especially late. Nice pass right there from Garland. Love seeing that selfless attitude.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Back to Paul. Here's Champagnie. Pass to Paul. To the middle. It's stolen by Garland. And pushing it up, here's Cleveland. Cleveland shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And he drops the first. Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. The Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
Outside Garland. Sinks it from distance. Garland's got 5 now.
He doesn't waste any time right there thinking about it. Garland gets that hot pass and he moves.
Paul looking it over. Inside. Mamukelashvili. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Here's Garland. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts.
Looking for a high percentage shot. Garland wants the best look he can get.
Outside Paul. Fires for 3. Jerome grabs the miss. The Cavaliers lead by 5. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense. You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Garland for 3. Doesn't go that time. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. San Antonio with the ball.
You got him!
Vassell outside. Down low. Spurs need to get one up here. 3 on the clock. Misses the 3. The Cavaliers lead by 5. And the 11th pick in 2020. Devin Vassell was drafted for his defense. But Richard, his shot creation has come a long way.
Yeah, he's very comfortable handling and operating in the mid-range. One of his best ranges. He's moved past that 3 and D tag, and he's showing he can do so much more.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. They set the screen. Here's Mitchell. And a missed layup.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Here's Fox. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Back to Mobley. Pass to Wade. Outside Mitchell. Let's go with a 3. Offensive rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Fox. Fox lifts off and hammers it down.
Even though Fox is just 6'3", he's got some hop, showing them off a little bit on that play.
Back to Garland. Mobley, right side. Pass to Garland. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland again missing. Spurs trail by 3. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4". Skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
There's a screen. Here's Champagnie. Mobley with the block.
Already a stellar defender, Mobley proving he can be relied on to anchor for this team.
Outside Hunter. Here's Mitchell. No good on the shot. Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sochan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. They set a pick. Mitchell with the ball. Now guarded by Sochan. Strus with the bucket.
The defense has been locked in on Mitchell, but he's done a good job making the right play.
Outside Paul. There's 1:54 left in the third. Pass to Sochan. Shot clock at 5. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Here's Mitchell. A strong move by Mitchell inside.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
And he hits it and gets hacked. A three-point chance here if he can convert.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And Cleveland making a change here. We've got 1:28 left in the third. They set the pick. Mitchell with the ball. Now guarded by Sochan. Mitchell misses. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Branham. And it's all tied up.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And San Antonio making a change here. Here's Wesley. Back to Sochan for the lead. Hunter with the rebound.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Mitchell. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Cleveland shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But, Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Here's Mamukelashvili. Pass to Champagnie. 6 to shoot. Here's Wesley. Mobley with the block. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter here. And here's Strus outside. Here's Branham to the paint. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
5 ticks left in the third quarter. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The cap. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Cleveland has possession. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Strus. Now Mitchell. From deep. Knocks down the long J.
When you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic just like Mitchell.
Stepping up to secure the board, he just wanted it more.
And here's Strus outside. Vassell with the rebound. Spurs trail by 6. Pass to Fox. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Here's Wembanyama.
On defense, it's all about Mobley's length. That's how he smothers shooters.
At this stage of the game, the offensive rebounding and putback is massive. It feels like a 4-point swing.
No question, it's a big impact play. Credit to him for working hard to find that opportunity.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
To the inside. Oh, the man's an artist. What a throwdown by Victor.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs to take the lead. The rebound by Garland. Here's Mitchell into the lane. And the basket's good off the assist from Garland. And the Cavaliers lead by 4. Here's Fox. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Left side, Mitchell. On the wing, Strus. Outside, Mitchell. And he drives in. Yep, that one's good.
Perfect use of the pick and roll. Mitchell just taking what the defense gives him.
And he commits the intentional foul. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Wembanyama. Wembanyama, so comfortable inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Here's Wade. No good from outside.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Wembanyama. Out to Fox. To take the lead. Mobley with the block. Hunter with the ball. Fox picks him up. Inside. Yep, that one goes.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Down low. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama. That gives him a double-double in this one.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Mitchell misses.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Out to Fox. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mobley down low. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. And the Cavaliers lead by one. Outside Wembanyama. Fox outside. 14 feet away. Count it. Good.
And this is the trust that Fox's teammates have in him. What a shot right there.
Now Mitchell. Vassell with the rebound. Here's Fox. Again, the miss by Fox. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
To the middle. Wade. Vassell with the rebound. "36 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Barnes. Fox with the ball. Here goes Fox. Count it!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
The three from Mitchell. And he buries it. Oh! An enormous three-pointer!
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Here's Wesley. Sohan outside. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here we go. And here's Fox. To the paint. Barnes, no good. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Pass to Mobley. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Spurs. Here's Fox. With the drive. Fox accelerating to the bucket.
It's the speed of the Aaron Fox that is just so tough to match.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. From deep, Strus. He buries it from three. And now a three-point Cleveland lead. Kicks it out to Barnes. Pass to Castle. Over Mitchell. And the shot no good. A bit short. The Cavaliers lead by three. To the inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Mobley's got 4 points now in the quarter. On offense, here are the Spurs. And that one's good.
Yeah, this kid, Castle, loves having the ball in these spots. He wants to be the guy to hit the big one.
Outside Strus. Shoots over Barnes. Strus' shot is off. Spurs trail by 3. Wow, physical D, but Fox prevails.
What energy from Fox when they're up against it, proving he's ready to be that guy.
From deep, Mitchell. And he can't get that one. Fox with the ball. Strus covering.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
It's because he's reading where the shots are going and getting to the right position. Just outworking everyone early on the glass.
Here's Fox. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. This play could decide the game.
Can't afford any mistakes here, B.A.
Now here's Wembanyama. There's the triple. The shot won't fall. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
Outside Mitchell.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner. Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
First free throw is good. And that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both. And it's a 3-point game.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a 3-point game.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
So hard to get a clean look from distance in this situation because everybody knows that's the shot they need. So the defense is smothering the perimeter with everyone they have.
To tie. It's off. And so it's the Cavaliers. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Prince. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Eason. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Houston with the ball. 8-point game. And it's Green missing.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Thompson. The Bucks getting their last shot to go. Eason can't get it to go. Kuzma down low. It's rebounded by Şengün. Here's Eason. Off target with the three. Now the Bucks with it. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. We discussed the elephant in the room, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said we'll look to build the wall as best we can, but Giannis gets better at beating it every year. All I'm really asking from my guys is their best effort against him. These are reasonable expectations from the coach for his squad.
Allie, thank you. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And it's hammered home by Green.
Let me tell you this, if you've got a vertical leap of 40 inches like Green, you're just going to be able to glide to the rim like that.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Lillard, here we go. And out of bounds. Houston will have it. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Leading by 5. And the bucket is good.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
For 3, here's Lillard. Lopez for 3. Rockets with a rebound. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Pass to Şengün. Now Eason. Van Vliet outside. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Bucks trail by 7. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis' career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And that one's good. Green.
He can get it done off the dribble or off the catch. Green is just a flat-out shooter.
Lopez. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Kuzma. From behind the arc. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. Houston leading by 6. Here's Eason. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
Both teams deciding to change it up. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Whitmore. Picked by Smith. And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
It's his first trip to the line. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Porter's shot is off. And here are the Rockets. 8-point game.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Outside Whitmore. Three-pointer, no good. Portis, right side. And he can't bank that one in. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back after this word. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Porter's shot is off. Houston leading by 6. Outside Whitmore. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Here's Porter. There's the triple. Hits the three-pointer. Porter's got 5.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Şengün in the post. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Bucks trail by 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Outside for Brooks. Right side, Holiday. Outside Whitmore. Clock at 6. Misses the 3. To the inside. Antetokounmpo. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
So both teams changing it up here. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Outside Eason. To the middle. Here's Smith. And miss after miss right now.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or 2. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Trent outside. Thompson with some nice D. The Rockets trail. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Kevin Porter.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
That one's no good. Here's Trent. Eason pulls it in. Here's Thompson. Here's Smith. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 1.
I mean, the motor this kid has is unmatched. Smith goes up with a purpose.
Portis outside. The floater. That shot off the mark. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. On the wing, Green. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. To the paint. Deflected! Thompson in the post. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Well, you see Thompson's explosion there. I mean, just an insanely quick first step. All the defender can do is bump him.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Here's Lillard. There's a minute 47 left in the second. Pass to Lopez. Portis outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Portis has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Here's Green. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers. Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
Lillard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Jabari Smith.
Yeah, inside Lillard is just so scrappy, turning aggressive defense into a foul while shooting.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade. And there's the length of Smith at work, playing big on the interior.
Pass to Prince. Back to Lopez. Shot clock at 6.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And he drops the first. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Houston in the lead. Down low. Here's Van Vliet. And that comes off the assist by Green. Van Vliet's got 5 points.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Here's Thompson. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Inside. And it's Lopez with the jam. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Here's Kuzma. Lopez in the post. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
It's been all about Brook Lopez for Milwaukee. And that quarter was all about him, leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. We'll be right back. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The Bucks leading by 3. Lets a floater go. Look at Giannis playing big inside against contact.
And the soft touch on the floater. Giannis just making a challenging shot look effortless.
To the middle. And Şengün gets it to go. Şengün's got 6 points.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Lillard deciding where to go with it. Oh, tough shot, Lillard.
Come on, man. Did you see? I mean, just using his strong frame to absorb the contact and still able to finish. Wow.
Şengün, the screen. Here's Green. Count it. He's got 9.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Lillard outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo fighting through the contact.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. He gets it in there.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Milwaukee leading by 3. Lillard up top. He has 7. Kuzma for 3. Rockets with a rebound. Outside, Green. Down low. And Şengün gets it to go.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Oh, Giannis, a rim rocker.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Kyle Kuzma the last few seasons has been pushing his scoring over 20 points per game. He said, I'm showing the league that I'm not just a role player. Having a leadership position and getting better every single game, that's what I care about. I want to keep elevating. Brian, high hopes.
Just the 27th pick back in 2017. He's having a dynamite career. Here's Kuzma. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
Outside Eason. Pass to Thompson. Now here's Green. Takes the hit and scores inside. Green.
The defense gets physical with Green inside, so he uses his agility to get around him.
Stolen by Thompson. Here's Whitmore. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And Houston has possession. They trail by 3. To the left side wing. Eason with room. The rebound by Sims.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Brooks with it. Green picks him up. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, Brooks is one hard-working man. He runs into a foul and still gets a shot off.
And Brooks drops them both. Milwaukee leading by 3. Trent on the wing. And here's Porter outside. It's hauled in by Houston. Van Vliet outside. Smith left side. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Thompson. And he banks in the layup. Thompson's got 8.
Yeah, so good to see Smith passing the ball like this. Wanting to improve as a distributor in the NBA.
Pass to Porter. For 3. Sinks the tray.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Eason with the ball. Soft touch off the glass. 5 points in the game.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Portis outside. Here's the pick. Here's Sims. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Smith. Over Porter. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
They get it back. Trent. The layup off target. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Bucks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Rockets trail. Now here's Holiday to the inside. The 3, Smith. He can't hit that time.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Porter's shot is off. Now Holiday. Pass to Smith. And here's Holiday. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bucks. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Drills it from deep.
Good fundamental basketball from Kuz there. He works hard to find those shots and support his team. And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Outside, Green. Smith outside. Back to Green. Green going right at the rim. That's his 6 make in 11 tries.
Well, Green can really move. He gets going downhill and slips right by the contact.
Pass to Lopez. And here is Kuzma. Back to Lopez. Antetokounmpo outside. Smith with the rebound. Rockets trail by 3. Brooks outside. And it's good for 2.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
To the paint. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Şengün. To the inside. Here's Whitmore with the drive. And that comes off the assist by Green. And the Rockets lead by 1. Offensive rebound. Here's Lopez. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And the key for Lopez is getting established positioning. Once this happens, the D has to foul him.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
Inside. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Oh, give Lopez props for staying ready. I mean, he reads these important situations so well and knows exactly what to do.
Green in the lane.
How about Jalen Green stepping up, showing poise in a big spot?
Antetokounmpo up top. Stolen by Thompson. Back comes Houston in transition. Milwaukee with the rebound. Pass to Lopez. And the layup is good.
I mean, a big guy like Lopez won't stop for contact. He stays strong and powers through.
Van Vliet outside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, my! That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. The ball's knocked loose. Easton with a steal. Outside Whitmore. Prince grabs the miss. Lillard outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Kuzma. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Off the inbound. In close. Antetokounmpo delivers.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them. There are guys that will take that shot, and there are guys that will make that shot. Green is one of those guys that will make that bucket.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
To the middle. Here's Easton. And he buries it. And tie game! Huge basket right there. Lillard on the drive. Here's Sims. The kick out to Kuzma. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get up a shot here.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul of the game. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Whitmore. And a a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And you have to try to make something happen. I mean, they have to be aggressive at this point, even if it's risking a foul.
Can knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Left a little on the table there, but at least he put them in front.
It falls!
The stakes don't shake Lillard at all. He stays cool and finds the clutch basket.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Here's Green. Oh, off target. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And they go to the intentional foul. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he's able to hit the second one. And that'll put him up 2. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. What's the best strategy for him?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a 3. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled.
Whitmore. Count it! And he's tied it up. What a shot!
Nice, clean bounce pass. Sometimes the fundamentals are all you're going to need.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And no luck that time either. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll return shortly. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here we go. Unloads from 13. Misfire there. Now 7 for 11.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper.
Oh, my goodness!
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that was going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
And they pick up 2.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Here's Easton. Kuzma with the defensive effort. And here's Milwaukee now. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Driving inside. Oh!
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Lillard with the ball. Pass to Prince. Back to Lillard. 4 on the clock. It's Prince on the wing. Off target from outside. Houston in the lead. Van Vliet outside. In overtime, here a minute and a half gone. Offensive board. Pass to Eason. Now here's Green. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected. On the wing, Kuzma. And here is Antetokounmpo. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Tari Eason.
And you have to try to make something happen. I mean, they have to be aggressive at this point, even if it's risking a foul.
And he's unable to get the second one. There's 57 seconds left in the OT period. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Here's Eason driving to the basket. Count it!
While he's a bit undersized for a four, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
To the wing, right side. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lopez. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Houston. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Now here's Şengün. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Eason. And there's the drive. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
The whole arena knows they need a three to force another overtime.
Here's Lillard. Can't connect. And so the big win by Houston.